hello, and how are you today? Well, I'm glad you could join me on this fine day. I'm Mother Goose Emily, and I'll be your Mother Goose for today. The story I have picked out for us today is called Sheepdog and Sheep, Bad Hair Day, and it was written by Eric Barclay. As usual, I borrowed this book from my local library, and if you enjoy it, I'd recommend you check out your local library and see if they have a copy or another book that you'll love just as much. So, Bad Hair Day. It's not fun when you have one of those, is it? But everyone gets them sometimes. And here we have our sheepdog and our sheep. Looks like the dog's holding up a mirror for our sheep, who's got flowers and grass stuck all over in her wool. And they're in a field of flowers on a nice spring or summer day. So Sheepdog and Sheep, Bad Hair Day by Eric Barclay. Let's get into it, shall we? So it starts. This is Sheep. She loves her naturally curly wool. And there's our sheep, and what's she doing? She's looking at her reflection in the water, while Sheepdog's over here watching on. They're on a nice farm by the looks of it, and Sheep's admiring her reflection in her hair. It's nice when that she likes her hair. I think we should all love something about ourselves. If not multiple things or our entire selves. It's always good. When it's full and fluffy, she feels as light as a cloud. Sometimes she styles her wool in a bun like this. Or ties it up into pigtails like this. Or puts it in a fancy hairdo like this. What do you think? Do you like all the different styles that sheep puts her wool into? It really affects how she feels. So I've done all those things. I think buns and pigtails and fancy hairdos. How about you? Do you have a favorite way to wear your hair? Or just leave it as is? But, oh no! Her wool has grown too full and too fluffy. And when it's this full and fluffy, she can't see. And there's our sheep here. It's getting bigger here, and bigger still here. And oh no, now it's covering our eyes and part of our face. Do you see that? Do your hair ever get so long it covers your eyes? I've had that happen before too. And when she can't see, she trips over things, usually rocks. Splash! And there's our sheep. She's running. Not a good thing if you can't see it, or at least aren't used to not being able to see. And she goes running and trips over some rocks and splash right into the water with the ducks. Again, the sheepdog watching on. He's going, uh-oh, what's happening? Holy begonia! Water chickens! Goodbye, water chickens! And there's our sheep. She landed in the water with all the ducks. She doesn't barely know the name for. She's calling them water chickens. And then it looks like she's been thrown a life preserver. And it caught her, and she's being pulled back to shore. And she says, "Hello, sheepdog." Looks like it was Sheepdog who threw the life preserver. That was nice of him. He's helping her out. And the ducks are on their merry way, if a little confused. How can I see with all this wool in my eyes? And there's Sheepdog had an answer. "No, thank you," Sheep replied. And there's Sheepdog. What's he got? He's got a flyer, and it says shearing day. Today only. Wants her to get the wool sheared off. And Sheep saying, "Nope, not happening." And then she says, "I know what will help. Be right back." Sheepdog's watching her. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna come up with? How can she fix the problem of all that wool getting in the way and being unable to see? Do you have any ideas? Well, let's turn the page and see what she's come up with. Maybe it'll be one of your ideas. Sorry, maybe it'll be one of your ideas. Off she went, past the tractor, past the chickens, through the cow poop, ooh, and past the well. There she is. Can we track her progress? She went past the tractor, past all these chickens, through the cow poop. Ew, it's not fun to step in poop like that. And past the well, but she can't see. And oh no, look right where she's heading. What's she doing now? Looks to me like she's tripping on a rock again. And right into the mud. Oh dear. There's our sheep. She right in the mud with the pig who's smiling at her. Now she's all muddy. Look at that. See all the brown on her? And she still can't see. But she meant to do that. Really. Why didn't you look where I was going? And there she is. She's saying she meant to fall in the mud. Really, she meant to do that. And then as she's getting a bath with Sheepdog watching her, she's saying, "Why didn't you look where I was going?" She's relying on him to help her get around. She took off unexpectedly, didn't she? I don't think that's very fair of her to say to Sheepdog. How about you? And then she's here in the barn throwing lots of things out of the barn. What can we spot? What is she throwing? I see a shovel, baseball, a wrench. I see a racket and hammer, paint, gloves, banjo, underwear, a rake, a saw, football, a license plate. Do you see anything else? So many things, isn't there? And she says, "I've got the perfect thing." I wonder what she's looking for. Do you have any ideas? Let's see if you're right. Found it! Look, what has she found? There's Sheepdog with the underwear on his head. Oh no, she threw lots of stuff around. What did she find? What does she have? Looks like she has a big cowboy hat. Or a big hat anyways. Maybe it's not cowboy. She's got this big hat, and she says, she's looking at herself in the mirror and says, this hat isn't bringing me joy. I give up. What do you think? She throws the hat aside too, and her wool's all piled up in the shape of the hat. What is she gonna do? "You just need a haircut," said Sheepdog. "You'll feel so much better." What do you think? Is a haircut what she needs? Is getting the hair sheared off going to help her? I think, is that the way to go? Do you like getting your hair cut? Sheep, sheep! And there, he's talking to her as they walk along. He's trying to get her to get a haircut. And look, what is she doing? She's sneaking away. Sheepdog goes, "Sheep, sheep, sheep!" And he's looking around for her. She's nowhere to be seen, is she? He's just trying to watch out for his friend, or Sheepdog's just trying to watch out for their friend. Sheepdog ran to the old truck to see if Sheep was hiding there. Look, do you see Sheep and Sheepdog? Are they going to spot each other? He looked in the meadow. you see sheep? Sheepdog's looking in the wrong direction, isn't he? He looked in the shed. He even asked the pig. Here she is behind the shed, in the well. She's playing hide and seek with him, except he doesn't know, isn't she? She does not want to get her wool sheared. Sometimes you do have to respect people when they say they don't want to do stuff, though. Can't always convince them. Has anyone seen sheep? He asked the duck pond. What do you think? Do you see sheep? Are the ducks gonna know? And then it says, nobody here but us water chickens, said a bush. Uh-oh, I think she gave herself away. What do you think? She doesn't know the proper word for ducks. She's speaking from a bush. I think it'd be pretty startling to have a bush start to try and speak to you, don't you? Well, it would be interesting to ask them questions. Finally, he found her. I'm just not ready to give up my fluffy wool, sheep said sadly. It grows back, you know, said one of the little ducks here. Why didn't you say so? Sheep is quite surprised her wool will grow back. Is she going to be more willing now? What do you think? Here she is with lots of leaves stuck in her from the bush she was hiding in. What's she going to do now? Oh, looks like that convinced her. What do you say? Shearing today. Today only. Walk-ins welcome. And there's sheep with the part of the leaves from the bush still in her wool, and sheepdog. And it says bzz, 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 snip, 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 snip. I love it. No more tripping, no more mud, no more hats. I feel fabulous. And there is sheep. I'm so happy she feels so good with her haircut, aren't you? It's nice that she feels so good about it and she's so happy. She just wanted reassurance that her wool would grow back. They're not going to cut it all and it'll grow back. She just needed more facts. It's your turn now. You're going to feel so much better. There's sheep talking to sheepdog. Sheepdog? Look, the same thing as before. They're walking together, and she's talking to sheepdog, and she's trying to convince him to get a haircut. And he sneaks away, and she says, sheepdog! And that's where their story ends. I wonder if sheepdog will get a cut after or not. If he knows it'll grow back and still doesn't want one, maybe not. You can't always convince everyone to do what you think they should do. I think people generally know what's best for themselves and have to make their own decisions. You can try and convince them or talk to them, give them the information. Who knows, they might change their mind. You can always talk about things, but you can't make someone do something like that. So that was Sheep, Dog, and Sheep. Bad hair day. Yeah, I do believe that is true. Sheep need to get sheared every once in a while. It's good for them and their health. And that was our story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I thought that for today we could sing Baaad Black Sheep. Would you sing that song with me? All right, let's try. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's go. It goes. Baaad black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame. 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baaad black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Oh dear. The sheep only had 3 bags of wool. I say only, that's a lot of wool, but they're all accounted for. Every one of them has someone who's getting it already. Unlike in our book, that sheep had, it was black wool. And there are all different kinds of colors of wool and different sheep. kind of cool, like our hair. I hope you enjoyed your time with me today. I will see you again soon. All that's left now is our goodbye song. Will you sing that with me too? Alright, let's start. It goes. See you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. Give a hug, a ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Bye-bye, butterfly. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, butterfly.